What is fear? What does it mean to be afraid? Humans have their own idea of fear. They think they are afraid of things like ghosts or demons or death. However, they lack imagination. To find true fear, the horror that lies inside every person, you must study and dedicate your life to the craft of finding horror. But what does this horror look like? Those faint of heart dare not search for that answer, for it will haunt them and break them down until they are a shell of their being. But for us, desperate souls who are in search of truth, these are the questions that we must have answered to satisfy our curiosities. True horror, that fear that can steal away your soul, looks different for every person. A mother's deepest fear is connected to her children, losing them due to her inability to protect them. A young girl's fear comes from her peers, afraid of the mere thought that she is not good enough and that she is despised. And the father's fear lies within his insecurities and his need for order within the household. As we take a closer look into the fears of these individuals, be sure to keep an eye out for the moment when their deepest horrors become reality. It truly is a beautiful occasion. Here we see the mother, the giver of life. What she cares for most in this world is the protection of her children. It is in the mother's nature to put the safety of her children above her own. For her to experience the loss of one of her own, knowing she could do nothing to protect them, is what we are going to test today.
Hello, have you...
Tell me, are you afraid yet? Notice how she hasn't given up hope yet. The fear has been awakened, but it is weak. As long as she has resolve, this fear will not break her. We must push until that horror consumes her. Seems you were too late, doesn't it?
Where the hell is she? What did you do with her?
You have 1 hour. Deliver $1,000 at the abandoned church. There is a box in front of your house. Bring the money, and the girl will be returned safely. If you aren't alone, I will slit the girl's throat right in front of you.
The money is on the door like you asked. Now give her back to me. What do you want from me?
Do you think you're strong enough to hold that knife against me? With your daughter's life on the line? Well, if you truly aren't afraid, then come at me. Overcome your fear and strike me down to save your daughter.
I'm not afraid of you. Now tell me where you hid my baby.
She's behind you. Surely the horror has finally settled in. Now, tell me, are you afraid? It is truly incredible to be able to study the psychology of human fear. Fear tends to be linked to what is most valuable to a person. A young teen girl, she values the opinions of her peers over anything else. This is the time of a child's life where being accepted by friends is more important than even family. To be rejected by society and be abandoned by those closest to her. That is the fear that we aim to expose.
Did you hear about her?
Yeah, I heard she's a total freak.
I only hung out with her so she wouldn't look so sad and miserable all the time.
I honestly just feel bad for her.
I wish she would, move away or something. Make this school smell less like weirdos.
Okay. Hey guys! I am so glad I found you two. Everything has been so weird today. I thought it was a nightmare.
What are you talking about?
No one was in class. I haven't seen anyone until I ran into you guys. And there were these voices.
Can you stop being weird for 1 second?
What do you mean?
Look, we can't deal with it right now. Should we just leave us alone?
But we're friends. We've been friends since grade school.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we can't be seen with you, so don't follow us.
Are you afraid?
What?
Your only friends have abandoned you. You are all alone. Aren't you at least a little bit scared?
Honestly, just feel bad.
Yeah, she's a total freak.
I wish.
This is all just a bad dream. My friends are here.
Friends? What friends do you have left?
So bad for her.
I honestly
Yeah,
feel
I
bad.
was out with her so she wouldn't look so sad.
None of this is real.
That was so hard to look at.
Are you afraid now? At long last, our final test subject, the father. As a man, as well as a father, he values order. His greatest desire is to provide for his family and prove that he can be a caretaker. His greatest fear is experiencing chaos, throwing his routine out of order and exposing his weakness to him. Give up. You can't protect them.
What the?
You are a failure. You can't hide from your insecurities anymore.
Who is that?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just thought I heard something.
Okay, well, can you come by my office here in a little while? I've got a couple of things I need to go over with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are worthless. Give up this facade.
Hey, come on in. Take a seat. Look, I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. There's no easy way to say this. I'm going to have to let you go.
I've done nothing wrong. You can't do this to me. This isn't right.
Listen. It's not you. It's corporate. The productivity for our plant is just down.
It's all your fault.
Changes. And so this has nothing to do with
Shut
your
up.
character.
Shut up.
Excuse me?
Your family would be so disappointed.
The family to provide for, and
I could
you can't
easily
do this.
I
This
could
isn't
easily
right.
hey, I could easily
It's
make sure
not
you
right.
never work in this
You
industry
can't
again.
protect them.
You need to get out of here before I get security up here.
What am I going to do?
I told you, you're nothing but a failure. Why did you stop? Couldn't handle the truth?
Get out of my head!
You are afraid of failing, of proving to your family how worthless you truly are.
Calm down. You just need some air.
I told you, you can't protect them. You failed them. Have you finally given up hope?
Bring them back! Bring them back to me!
You and I both know the truth. You were never good enough to protect them. You couldn't even keep a job long enough to provide for them. It's too late. You were too late. Give in. Give in to your fear. It is reality for you now.
I've never been so happy to see you guys.
Thank God. I thought I lost you all.
I'm so glad that you're both okay.
Where are we? Is this a dream?
Good to see that my lab rats have awoken.
Where the hell are you? Let us out of here!
Why are you doing this to us?
Who are you?
All questions will be answered. But first, you still haven't answered my question.
None of us are afraid. You may have had us scared when we were separate, but you have no power over us together.
This was never about me. This was an experiment to test each of you and see the limits of your will.
What experiment? What are you talking about?
Your family was chosen to be part of my experiment, to find out what is fear. My goal was to cut deep into your psyche and reveal to each of you what you were most afraid of. The mother was most afraid of losing her children due to her inability to protect. The daughter was most afraid of being viewed as worthless to her friends and peers. The father was afraid of his own inadequacies and falling prey to chaos. Fear is not something that you can avoid. It isn't a switch you can turn off whenever you want. True fear cannot be silenced, no matter how hard you try to talk over it. So I ask one last time, are you afraid?